Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into the new turtle farming or point farming event that is live over on OPTC, and I have 4 teams for you guys in today's video. So with the release of Rayban, Rayleigh Gabbana, and the new Prime Whitebeard, we are getting a new free-to-play Odin to farm up our monthly XP Island event. Now, you guys want to make sure that you get your shopping bay missions done, getting to those 500 turtle marks before a certain date, especially the 400 turtles to get the Luffy skull for the 6+ of Final Tap Luffy is very, very important. And the first team that you guys are seeing here is the auto team. So, if you guys are struggling for boosters, if you guys are struggling for actually beating the 40 stamina with a boosted team, you can easily just jump into the 30 stamina with an auto team, hit the auto button, and basically just let it rock. This one's actually fairly easy because we have Prime Whitebeard. Prime Whitebeard does end of turn damage, so if you don't kill the stage, he's going to do 400 times his attack as end of turn damage. And it just works out really, really nicely. You could actually use the Moby Dick for even more HP cutting shenanigans. But then you have to be careful of dying, but remember it is 30 stamina, so you shouldn't have too many issues. With Roger as captain, you don't have to worry about despair. Roger 6+ is obviously very good for this. He works absolutely amazingly because it's the clash between Roger and Whitebeard. So, if you have 6+ Roger, you are going to be for a good time here. But other characters that are boosted are the 6+ of Sugar, the new 5+ Dofi. You have the Odin from this event. As you can see, he's on this team right here. Make sure to just do up the 30 stamina. Just chuck in any boosters. It's not hard. And then Final Tap Luffy's actually boosted as well. The more boosted characters you have, the more drops you get. And that way you can actually get to those 500 turtles a lot quicker and a lot easier. With the VV support of Luffy, you don't have to worry about the threshold on the final stage. And literally, this is probably the easiest 30 stamina auto event that we've actually had, because Whitebeard has all that end of turn damage. So make sure to jump into this first. Pick yourself up a copy of Odin before you dive into the 40 stamina. And if you are farming the 40 stamina, he's actually going to help you out. Alright, so moving on to the first team. Now, I'm not using either Rayleigh Gabbana, the Shanks, the Buggy, the Whitebeard. We're not using any of them in today's video. I did pull them all, but I'm not using them in today's video for you guys. If you guys want to check that out, I might upload a short or something like that. But the first team does it incredibly easy. This is probably the best team that you guys can put together if you guys want to maximize the amount of drops that you can possibly get. Sugar can give, I think, 1 extra drop, and then so does Dofi. You have a 75% drop with Odin, and then Luffy gives 2, as well as Roger. I think Roger gives 2 as well. The new characters give 3. The new legend, so Rayleigh and Gabbana as a friend captain, works exceptionally well. And if this team helps you guys out, don't forget to belt the like button for me. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And if you have any tweaks or some other teams, please let me know in the comment section below. Once you hit Whitey Bay on stage 3, she gives you 1 turn of Bind and 1 turn of Paralysis, which Rayban can just easily remove thanks to their switch ability. They're so good for this event, so bring them as a friend captain. They work so exceptionally well, but unfortunately, their part isn't out yet, so it was kind of like, who thought of that? Like, who decided that was a good idea? But nevertheless, like, if you have a friend, you will be in good stead. Once you do come up against Whitebeard on stage 4, he gives you Strength or Quick Orbs, super annoying, and also gives you like 7 turns of Special Bind. Switching with Rayban can actually get rid of that, and then use their special to get rid of it even further. However, we don't have any matching orbs on this particular team, so that's why we want to use the special of Odin to give him a 1-0 orb. And if you use the special of Roger, not only do you overwrite the attack boost from Rayleigh Gabbana to a 3.25, but you also get the color affinity buff from Roger. 3 turns of color affinity, which works exceptionally well. I understand what they were doing with this like removed attack buff, because with this Rayban unit and Roger, you can easily get the 3 turns of color affinity as well as the orb boost, as well as Roger's big attack boost. On the final stage, you get block, empty, or bomb slots. Odin has 5 turns of defense up and 4 turns of threshold. Don't stress though, because you actually can set the defense to 0, which works out exceptionally well. And if you use something like the Frankie support or the Kazuna Rare Recruit Zoro on Luffy, you will be absolutely hunky-dory. Now, I totally stuffed this final stage up, but still managed to get it done. Sugar has the treble support. Dofi has the support of Bellamy. That way you can get around the threshold. You could actually use something like the VV support as well, and then just burst through the defense up. It's not that big of a deal, but as you guys saw there, this team just does absolute bits. It has no issues whatsoever, and if you can build it, this will be the team that you use to farm the 40 stamina. However, if you guys are looking for a bit more of a free-to-play friendly team, I actually put together this particular team that uses all free-to-play subs. Now, we do have a couple of, obviously, key supports that help us out, namely the Beppo support on our Kid Law, as well as VV for a bit of an orb boost on the final stage. I think with this team, we actually burst through the defense up, which is actually really, really cool to see. But all of the subs are all free to play, which works exceptionally well. If you guys have Sugar, if you guys have Roger, if you have Luffy, you probably want to include them on this team, but I really wanted to put together a team that doesn't utilize those characters and has some more free-to-play support options. There is a pretty good booster list for this particular event, like Kazuna Shanks is boosted, Kazuna 5+ Roger, you have the Odin from this event, the other Odin that's free-to-play. You have a lot of very, very good characters that are actually boosted from the Wano and that Roger Whitebeard flashback series that'll all help you out. But the big character that'll help you out the most is the Raybon. They're just so good. Make sure to bring a friend captain if you guys are doing this particular fight. Unless you're doing the 30 stamina and rocking Whitebeard, you want to bring Raybon. Like, he just destroys stage 3 with his switch. He helps you drastically on stage 4. And you also get a bunch of attack down throughout the quest as well that I forgot to mention in the previous run. So they also help with that. So like they're an absolute must for the team. Starting as Giban means that you can end on Giban on the final stage, unless you like try and time your switches here and there. But with this particular team, once we get to stage 3, we're actually going to use Kid Law and the switch of Raybon and their special. With Beppo, you get a matching orb on your Kid Law, and then you can actually use the Dofi special here, because we're not using a support to get around the threshold. Dofi gives 1500 base stats to characters with a cost of 40 or less, which means Kid will be hitting very, very hard here, like disgustingly hard, actually. You want to just break through the barrier of Whitebeard, hit with all your units, and because you have the chain shenanigans of Kid Law, as you can see there, like a cheeky little 1.5 million, just nice and easy takeout of good old Whitebeard there. Onto the final stage against Odin now. To get around the orb manipulation, we have our Verse Yamato. Verse Yamato is going to just help us out with getting some matching orbs. She's also going to give us an attack boost. And then Shanks with that VV support can actually give us an orb boost to our Cerebral characters. That's just basically going to help out Raybon as well as Kid Law, as there are two units that will be hitting very, very hard. With Black Maria, we can get color affinity. Shanks can remove the threshold. And with this particular team, you don't have to worry about the defense up. It's not that scary. You guys can actually just burst through it fairly nicely, as you guys will see here. Raybon basically decimates it with all the shenanigans that we got going on. So, free-to-play subs and not supports, but like a bit more free-to-play friendly for you guys, if that's what I'm trying to say. And the final team uses the New Year's Anniversary units. Now, with the New Year's banner, lots of people spent all of their gems there, and rightfully so. That's where you still should be spending your gems if you guys have some and you want to summon. Don't be spending them on this Raybon and this Whitebeard banner. Chuck them over on the Nami banner. That banner is so freaking good. And try and either rainbow her out or pick up a copy if you don't have her. But I did want to put together a team that utilizes basically a full boost, but also doesn't include Roger and doesn't include Luffy. I do understand that Roger and Luffy, because they have their own banners, if you guys have been playing for probably like the last 6 months or so, you might not actually have those two characters. And I do know a lot of people that are missing Final Tap Luffy, are missing Roger, have joined the game, and have a pretty good account that could probably take this event down, but don't actually have those characters. Now, obviously, Nami being New Year's, Yamato being New Year's, lots of people went for them. Sugar you can pick up from the PvP, and the Dofi's a free-to-play unit, and so is the Odin. So hopefully this particular team will help you guys out if you guys are missing stuff like Roger, if you're missing stuff like that Final Tap Luffy. But basically, the story still goes the same. Raybon takes out stage 3. They also help with stage 4. They remove the attack down, they remove the special blind, they remove the bind, they remove the paralysis, and they're also your orb boost. Once again, we have Odin to give us himself a Wano orb, and then with the support of Buggy, I don't know, that was a terrible time for the iTunes, Buggy will give him a 2x attack boost, which means that you can actually just kill with Odin. Now, my Odin's level 120, but still, like, he hits so exceptionally hard here. So if you need to, just power up your Odin just a little bit. Not a drastic amount, but like just a little bit, and that'll help you out to take down that stage nice and easily. On the final stage, against Odin himself, to get around the threshold, once again, we are using the Bellamy and the treble supports. Another option that you could try is Nami as your captain, but to get around the Despair, it was actually quite challenging. And then you sort of have to replace Yamato, and if you replace Yamato, you don't have an attack booster. So if you're struggling there, you might have to look for some other options, but you can use that VV support, that support rare recruit, on Nami as well for 2 more turns if you're missing something like Treble or Bellamy, those 2 rare recruit characters. Once again, we're bursting through the defense up, and with Sugar's Bears, basically they just do all the work. So that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully these teams helped you guys out. If they did, make sure to go down there and belt the like button. If you enjoyed the video, belt the like button as well. If you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. If you guys want to join the streams and join more of the fun, hit the bell notification and hit that juicy join button if you want to support your boy even more. But most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!